Let's jump right into it, man. Another day, and again, Dolton's mayor, Tiffany Henyard, is involved in more low life activities and low IQ shenanigans. Today, we'll discuss the embarrassing brawl that took place in Dolton. Is it finally time to replace the mayor, or will she keep surprising us with new lows every week? How much worse can it get? Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah,
We're
it's
now
crazy.
hearing from two people involved in a brawl that broke out at last night's Thornton Township meeting. Was our lead story last night at 10. The man at the center of the brawl, activist Jedediah Brown, spoke out against Supervisor Tiffany Henyard at the meeting just before punches were thrown. Today's defending his actions after Henyard herself jumped into the fight.
She ran from behind the table with a microphone in her hand, and she hit me with it, while another one of her staff members was kicking me in the head, and I was defending myself against Kamal and other individuals. She wasn't breaking up anything.
For all just the latest drama for Henyard, who also serves as Dolton mayor and is under investigation by the FBI. Henyard says, quote, her personal safety was threatened, and she insists she rushed into the fight, quote, in an attempt to break it up.
Watch breaking news on
Break it up, RJ.
First of all, so two things. My first remark: is it just me, or was that guy just talking like Kanye West in Through the Wire? It just sounds like
Yeah, he didn't catch anything. He didn't. No one connected. That's the crazy part.
but he sought the fight out. So he went and
Well,
sought the fight out.
we're
Well-
gonna break it down. We're gonna break it down because
We'll discuss it in a bit. We'll
Yes,
discuss it in a bit. And of course, guys, we need your feedback as well in a bit. So remember to rate the show by pressing the like button, follow us on our other socials, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. So, KaiR, I said two things. The first thing I said was that, right? The first thing I said was the guy was talking like Kanye in Through the Wire. The second thing that stood out to me, I mean, I'm a Detroit Pistons fan. It's not a secret anymore. I've said it on a bunch of occasions. The Pistons aren't playing as bad as last year. So that's the bar was low, and at least they're stepping over it.
Mm.
But they had a famous brawl, the Malice in the Palace brawl,
yeah,
the Indiana Pacers. I think either side could have used a Ron Artest or Jackson. Because if you're telling me that no one was connecting,
no
Then
one
that's-
really. The only one who connected was Tiffany Henyard. She connected her head against the table. Her
Yo.
wig flew off.
all right, but you're saying me, okay, so you're telling me maybe I watched it incorrectly because I thought that the guy who just talked charged. But go ahead. I don't know what do you have to say about this?
Yeah. So if you look at the video, I'm gonna let me zoom in. Let me. I'm not gonna play the full thing because otherwise we're gonna get restricted by YouTube. But
Right.
if you look here, this is a couple of frames from that altercation, and I'm gonna play this real quick, and then I'm gonna pause it right before it spins out of control. But
chaos.
who do we see here? RJ, wait a second.
Chaos
The guy on the left, he's standing right in front of him right now.
erupting.
The guy on the left right here, you can see him. This guy right here is the one who swung first. Look, look.
At a local board meeting.
Do you see? He was so Jebediah, I think his name is something like that. Let me see his name real quick.
I don't think that's him. I think
Jedediah,
it's someone else.
Jedediah Brown wasn't the first who swung. Do you know who the guy is who swung, RJ?
No, because he was the one. All I know is the following, because I never saw this footage,
Yeah.
but I saw the one that you just showed.
Yeah, the original.
And that the guy that swung first was the one that was about to speak after.
No.
Uh,
No.
no, because he was standing. So if you go back to the
Yeah.
first video, in the first video, he was standing at the side.
Yeah, he was standing behind him, but he wasn't there to speak, RJ.
And I thought he
wasn't there
was-
to speak.
And I thought he was there to speak after Jedediah Brown.
The guy who swung at Jedediah after that was the boyfriend of
Yeah,
the current boyfriend of.
So if you go back to the video you just showed, just to
Yes.
be clear, because then we need to identify the people. If we just go back
I'm gonna
a
go
little.
back.
So the dude.
Yeah, maybe he
Yeah,
wanted to say something. But do you know who he is?
No.
It's a mess, RJ. It's a mess.
That's fire in the booth, my guy. That's fire in the booth, my guy.
It's Tiffany's former boyfriend. The guy who
Yo.
got caught. Do you know the guy who got caught with the sheet of doing stuff with, let's call it, he got convicted for some stuff.
I don't
Can't use the
recall.
word. There was a guy she hired, her then boyfriend, that was involved in a couple of convictions relating to minors. Do you remember that one? Don't you remember that one? He had some I can't use the word though.
KR. So many things happen. I can't keep track of everything.
So he's the one. Let me see if I can find him real quick.
Yo.
And the funny thing is, I think in the compilations we're gonna release, we have talked about them though. We've talked about them.
So maybe when I hear the story again, but right now, I mean, so many things are happening with this lady. This nice lady.
Yeah.
Have been happening. So I apparently, I mean, if I forget one thing, KR, does that really make me a bad co-host?
No,
But dude was there
because
to
it's a lot of
talk,
stuff.
though.
It's a lot of stuff. So I
But
don't
dude was
don't
there
blame
to
you.
talk.
blame you. I don't blame you. Do you remember this guy, RJ?
No, I
Lavelle
can't.
Redmond.
Yo, no, I don't recall.
Okay, but we talked about him. But he was the one who swung first. I'm pretty sure he wasn't there to kumbaya.
And he's a registered one.
You know why I understand why I can't use the word. I can't use the word. He's a registered one, yes.
Yo, that's crazy. And he was there?
He was he let me switch
Yeah,
back.
I mean,
Can you see the you can see on his head. That's him.
all right.
And if I play it,
Chaos erupting at a local board.
he's the one who saw the new boyfriend. I was like, oh, I can catch this one. And they'll blame it on Jedediah. I'll be honest, RJ.
But Jedediah was the one that charged, though.
Yeah, he started walking towards the boyfriend because the boyfriend confronted him. It's
That's what I'm saying.
it's a bunch of N-word stuff going on here, man. I don't know why all these people are even here trying to brawl. I'll be honest, I'm gonna also hold Jedediah accountable because I'm gonna
Why?
play what he said. I think you have to have a bit more class,
Decorum.
yeah. Because this is what he said basically.
So you've been half mayor, but if you wanted to get up here and earn some respect, then you should have been able to respond to Lori Lightfoot report about credit cards. You want to talk about them not coming to work, but we've been hearing about what you've been doing while you've been at work, and I'm gonna give away the rest of my time because I think on behalf of the Black Cookout Association that we would better take a vote and we're gonna exchange your black for Stephanie to be the new member of our. So all those in favor say, all those against it say nay. All those in favor say aye. You go.
The way he ended it was a bit crazy. I mean, you can't be out here. You're on mute, by the way, but you can't be out here calling people the B word, man.
You gone,
You
HB.
go. Come on, man. What are we doing? And when I saw the video, as soon as I saw it, before I knew it, there was a brawl. I didn't know there was a brawl. I saw the video. I was like, oh, someone's gonna swing at him. Someone is gonna swing at him.
You thought it? You thought about it immediately?
Of course, because you can't be calling people that word in the open like this. It's a bit of, and I knew, and I had a feeling that her boyfriend probably was gonna be there. So I was
I
like,
have another question for you.
there is RJ. There is always I'm gonna use the word, but in context, there is always a simp out there ready to crash out.
I have a question.
Tell me.
You said that, because I want to challenge you and push back a bit. You said you can be calling someone an HB, and you know,
Unless it's a rap song.
okay, and you and because that, and I mean, if it has a good beat, then it's okay.
Hey, as long as the H base can shake their bottoms to it, twerk to it. If they like it, everyone likes it.
So maybe that's what that's what was missing.
It
So
made me miss the beat. Yeah.
okay, that's what was missing. So he said the HB, and then he said, "Oh, great, this has to be a rap song," but he did it a cappella.
Yeah.
So we need to drop a beat, and then
See?
they started fighting. But I'll tell you this: would you have suspected, or would you have felt like a fight would have broken out if these were people of other ethnicity and someone said HB?
First of all, other people of other ethnicities wouldn't use that word in this in this.
What, HB or Yagon?
Oh, why you had to do that? Why did you have to do? Probably HB. Yagal, maybe that's a Chinese word. I'm not sure, but no, but no, it's I'm pretty sure that they wouldn't use the HB word. I mean, this is the thing, right? I mean, emotions get high. And we're gonna show a couple of videos that, because this is not the only thing that happened this past week. I think we announced it last week. Lori Lightfoot would have dropped her findings at on Monday, right after our show, so we couldn't cover that. But I mean, it's every week there's something happening, and it's getting worse. And to be honest, let's be honest, RJ, this was in the pipeline. At a certain point, there is always a brawl.
Yeah.
There's always a brawl because tensions are rising. She's being accused of basically mismanaging, total mismanagement. And I'm gonna admit I was wrong. I was wrong.
Also,
In the beginning, when they announced that Lori Lightfoot was going to investigate it, I said that she wouldn't find anything. I was wrong. Lori Lightfoot cleaned her clock.
yeah.
It looked crazy. It looked crazy, RJ. I don't know how the heck she's gonna get out of this, but that fat penitentiary is looking really nice.
But what I find interesting is that and when I say interesting, I mean sad, just to be clear. I find it sad that you have a community where, because this is it's always shown like this, right? So when you see videos of these of town halls, of meetings, of all these sessions, it's almost all African Americans in the room?
Because it's a majority of African American
Yes, I know.
population.
Now, I understand that. That's not the issue. The issue is that this is the moment where you have to, because I mean, the media, KR, is dying to see this
Oh,
happening because
they were winning.
it's
They were
falling right, playing right into the stereotype.
talking about falling on their lap.
Yeah.
But
So
aren't you? Let's be honest. If I knew that this was going to happen,
you would have recorded it too.
no, no, not only that. That's not where I wanted to go to. But if
My bad,
I
my
knew
bad.
that this was going to happen,
Yeah.
the media knew that as well.
Yeah, but
They,
again, you have the Asian city girl in California, right?
San Francisco.
Asian American.
Yeah, San
Asian American.
Vietnamese.
I mean,
I think she's Vietnamese.
she's Vietnamese. Okay, so
Of
she's
China.
also in the news, and then it drops, and she's accused of doing a lot of illegal, questionable
Illegal
things,
stuff. Yes.
and then it
Illegal.
stops. But here, it's a gift that keeps on giving, and that's what I mean to say. So why is it that when it's black people and the black community, this happens? Is it because it only the is this is it because these fights, these ways of dealing with the issue, is that something that's particular to African Americans? So is it because African Americans are the only ones like that do it, that the media decides to focus on it? Or is it because the media is looking for the African American stories to keep pushing a narrative out? So what is it? Is it the chicken or the egg?
It's double-sided. So first of all, if you look at the San Francisco mayor stuff, it's a bit different because for some reason they were able to vote her out. That's the first thing. That's the easiest way to say why it stopped. She's now in court, but she's not in office, so she can't continue doing the tomfoolery that, for example, Tiffany can do. Because Tiffany, it's just building. She's been in the news cycle because she's still in the same position, and that same position gives her the right to make choices that are crazy, and she keeps doubling down. It's like a cycle. Second of all, I do also think that the focus is on her. I'm not gonna say that I won't deny that. I mean, it plays very good into the stereotype.
Yeah. Did you say that the mayor is from San Francisco?
She's the Oakland or San Francisco, right?
No, it's Oakland.
Okay. Wow. Same issue. I don't know what one has a bigger pile of ish on the street than the other. Same. It's same.
So then the question begs: do these news to these media outlets go to predominantly black areas to record and see what pops out? Because it's like,
no, I don't think so. I think it's
and why do you think that Tiffany Henyard? So you think that Tiffany Henyard?
There is also one city girl pachanga up in some hellhole upstate. I call it city girl pachanga.
Isn't that the Michigan?
I think it's Michigan, someplace upstate, uphill. I don't know where it's at. Up north, yeah.
Or that's the Midwest, I guess.
I don't know where she's at. City girl pachanga down there. She's same level. It's the same.
But she's not getting the same attention
because she doesn't do crazy stuff the whole time.
She tries to lay low, is what you're saying.
You know, there is a reason why Tiffany was sitting there with her Nino Brown suit on.
Why is that?
Because she wants the attention. I'm not saying that it's fair or whatever, but I mean, the thing is, RJ, I always believe in self-government, and I'm talking about if you talk about you can always point towards someone else that is trying to paint you in a certain way. If you know that that person is trying to paint you in a certain way, is it wise to also act that certain way and give him the chance to paint you that certain way? I mean, for me, that's an easy call. If you know someone's trying to set you up, are you gonna walk into the trap? You know they have they have 10 guys waiting for you at the corner when you're gonna pick up let's say your whatever you ordered. Let's say you bought a brand new iPhone, but you know that there are shiesty people and they have like 3-4 guys waiting for you with the money. Are you gonna show up empty-handed, or are you gonna show up with the whoop ass in your pocket?
Yeah.
This
I
it's
get, but sometimes in movies, KR, what happens a lot? It's a trap. It's a how do you call it? Not a trap. There's a when it's a setup. It's an ambush. It's an ambush. Yes, but that's the only way. That's the only way out. When I die, I want you to put on my tombstone, loving husband. That's what John Wick said.
hey, but he showed up with a can of whoop ass.
And so I think a lot of times that also I think a lot of times people underestimate KR the severity of something, because until your freedom has not been taken away from you, you still think that you can beat it.
Yeah. She's I think she truly believes
Which
she has
is
a chance.
which is coincidentally the same philosophy that incels live by.
How did we end up? Yo, this is crazy. Yo, this is crazy. How did we end up? Oh my god. Oh man, that's a crazy side. Anyway, side note. Hey, I'll say this, RJ. I'll say this. I do think that she believes she can still avoid prison or federal penitentiary. I also think that she's at this point she can only be delusional. There is nothing else she can do but to be delusional. There is no way out. There is no way out, and the walls are closing in. And one thing I'll say this: last time around, the way she got voted in, RJ, and I'm gonna repeat this. We've said it, I think, probably in previous show, very long time ago. She got voted in because 9% of the voting population showed up.
Yeah.
9%.
Yeah. What 9% was that?
All her friends showed up.
Ex-boyfriend probably voted her in.
Probably as well. I don't know. He's a convict. I don't know if he can vote, but yeah. So I hope this time around more people will show up, because otherwise, hey, another 4 years of effery. Or as Jamaicans would say, foolery.
Nice.
Foolery.
Fuhari? I don't know.
Foolery.
Yeah. Okay.
Foolery.
Well, I think, yeah. I mean, let's see what happens, guys. Let us know in the comment section what you think. But I think, KR, that I think it's a shame, and I've said this before, and I'll keep saying it. It makes me think of a J. Cole track. I think it's called
The one he said he's sorry for dropping the diesel.
No, not that.
Oh, my bad.
I think it's Lights Please. Lights Please, yeah. Where he's rapping about him trying to, having like a revolutionary way of thinking, and wants to go up against the system, and wants to talk about injustices, but how a lady friend of his who is attractive and who is seductive can simply tell him, it's okay, turn off the lights, right? Because hey, I mean, there's problem. There are problems, but I needs to get mine. So, and one thing he said, that look at the way that so he's trying to tell this lady, about all things that are injustice and things that are wrong with the system and the society. And he says, look at the way that they show us on this TV screen. Look at how, and another line is, look how they show us broke on the boulevard. All she ever want me to do is unhook her bra. I don't know if that was Tiffany you was talking about.
I don't know what's in your mouth.
But it just makes me think about that. It just makes me think.
Are you high right now because you're taking a detour out of nowhere again?
What I'm saying is, KR. What I'm saying is, KR. What I'm saying is, KR, is that this plays right into the stereotype.
It is.
And they're making it seem like a zoo with wild animals fighting. I'm serious, man. And even if this happens, let's be clear, because this is bad what's happening in Dolton and in Thornton, but they wouldn't show it in like things like this of other communities, because other communities, I don't know, I doubt that they don't do it. I doubt it. I don't know, guys, let me know, maybe I'm wrong, but this just plays right into the stereotype, and I think it's a shame. It's a shame.
They won't run up during the thing is, RJ, and this is the thing. First of all, they won't run up like they did right here. It's like an action reaction. It's a chain reaction, right? Like I said, it started when he called her a itch-bay. The boyfriend reacted by showing up, trying to defend her name. Then the other boyfriend swings on the other boyfriend. It's a it's a crazy chain reaction. Then Jedediah attacks the boyfriend, following by Tiffany Henyard running in like a Indian, like an old school native with a clubber, using the mic as a clubber, trying to club people over. What are we doing? Yo, this is if you break it down, it's a crazy chain reaction. But let's take a look. One thing I want to do, just give a look at Lori Lightfoot's findings, because that's
go ahead. Go.
Fair use.
Good evening. I'm Mike Mater.
And I'm Ray Cortopassi.
We're starting with breaking news. A South suburb is facing new scrutiny tonight as former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot releases the results of her investigation. She says incompetence in Dolton Mayor Tiffany Henyard's administration has driven the village into debt as spending soared.
Many of her findings have been previously detailed in WGN Investigates reporting. And WGN's Dana Rebick is live tonight in Dolton with the latest. Dana?
Well, Lightfoot laid out her report tonight here behind me inside the Dolton Park District Field House. It was packed with residents who are extremely concerned about the village's finances.
Their eyes is open. They waking up now. They don't woke up the sleeping bear. That's what I would call it.
A packed room full of Dolton residents here to listen to the final report from former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot, detailing the findings of her investigation into the village of Dolton and its mayor, Tiffany Henyard.
The residents of Dolton have suffered needlessly because of the financial mismanagement under this current mayor.
The Dolton Village Board of Trustees hired Lightfoot last spring after a series of WGN Investigates reports detailing Mayor Tiffany Henyard's first-class travel, questionable charity, and self-promotion. Lightfoot laying out a pattern of unchecked spending.
There is not a system for ensuring that there are receipts for the various credit card purchases. And what this means, unfortunately, is that the Board of Trustees in many instances was not able to even track or see credit card purchases that were being done over the last few years.
For example, $48,000 spent on building an ice rink charged to village credit cards with no board approval and no competitive bidding process. Spending peaked in 2023 when more than $775,000 was spent on credit cards, more than $200,000 of that on Amazon, and more than $117,000 on travel, including those 2 so-called business trips to Las Vegas. Lightfoot also highlighted a broken FOIA system with no one on staff to properly manage public information requests and no staff accountant in the village to oversee spending.
It's just the spending of the money and how it was spent and how they did it so much like undercover and nobody really got a chance to see what was going on.
This all comes after last week when Henyard was found in contempt of court after failing to sign liquor licenses for businesses in Dolton that the board had previously approved, and a looming federal investigation into the mayor.
The FBI has also been in contact with various people who have information about the allegations are here, what they intend to do and the timing of that. No one really knows except for them.
Beetlejuice is right, man. A lot of things that were suspected, she confirmed. Also, no supervisory mechanism, no accountants to control.
She found the loophole.
Well,
I've watched
but-
I watched almost the full presentation. It's basically Tiffany found the loophole. How to spend without the trustees having any say.
But can she be, will there be consequences for her? Because if you tell me if it's a loophole, then it's legal.
I don't know.
Is
if
it,
it's legal.
did she
Let's
find a
say-
loophole or did she find,
So the idea is as follows. Majority of these spendings were done on the credit card. The credit card she holds in her, let's call it, in her pocket. Usually it would have to go through the trustees to approve and then they spend it. So since it's in her pocket, she can spend it directly without the trustees. The process, she's not following the process that has been built in to make sure that everything is checked. She was also not sharing, that's another thing, she wasn't sharing the data of what is being spent on.
so it's not a loophole in the sense that what she did was allowed. There were protocols in place.
There are protocols in place. She just,
But because she has a card in her name, because if it's like a transfer, then she is dependent on other people to make those payments. Because she has the credit card in her possession, she can use it.
Yeah.
And then, but aside from that, she didn't provide the financial records.
No.
Yeah.
And they refuse to hand over the data as well. So, hey man, all I'll say is she is aware of the FBI. She's mentioning it here. I don't think she's mentioning it for no reason. She is a former AG. DA, sorry, my bad. DA. And it's gonna end up badly for her at the end. Ugly. Ugly.
Yes, it's ugly, and it's gonna end up ugly for her as well.
Yeah. Now we want to hear from you guys. Was this a case of Mayor Tiffany defending herself, or was this total embarrassment? Was this a total embarrassment? Should she resign? Drop your thoughts in the comment. Social media has been on fire since this happened. Let's get a debate going. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Guys, drop your thoughts in the comments below. We'll be picking some of the best comments to feature in our future videos. RJ, you're on mute.
I said we will be highlighting some of the best comments. So if you have a hot take, do not hesitate to let us know. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more updates on different stories where we discuss trending topics and try to explore uncommon lessons from commonplace situations. As usual, we want to thank you for watching, and let's keep the conversation going in the comments. KR, what's next?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Our second topic of the day, we will be talking about Katt Williams. He's back, bigger, bolder, and wilder than ever. Just when we thought he said it all on Club Shay Shay last year, he let the year go round and dropped another bombshell interview, this time with Theo Vaughn. From Hollywood secrets to outrageous theories, this all happened. He wasn't holding anything back. But is he speaking facts, or is this just a classic Katt stirring up the pot? Let's break it down. Fair use.
Yeah. So many different stories that you start understanding what it takes for someone to be a winner in life. You know, and you find out from reading thousands of books that if you can list the fucked up things that have happened in your life and you can put that on a list and you somehow made it past all of this to be in a position where you can still go make some stuff happen, that's what you have in common with every hero of every story, of every autobiography, of every... Wow. Is how much happened to you that should have broke you, that did not break you, so that you were able to then fucking ride. Amen. Amen.
Amen.
Deep. It was a great. I was glad to hear that we were going to talk about this. I started watching it because I do watch Theo Vaughn on a couple of occasions. I think he's a very hilarious person. Of course, there were a lot of speculations that Katt would return to Club Shay Shay. But it was a different energy, and although truth bombs were dropped and theories were shared, you could clearly see a different fight. But I found this, I enjoyed this conversation. Before we proceed, guys, remember to rate the show by pressing the like button. Follow us on our other socials. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel as well as hitting the notification icon. Guys, did you watch it? Did you watch the Theo Vaughn interview of Katt Williams? Let us know in the comment section down below and tell us as well what you think of it and what you thought of it. But yeah, KR.
Yeah, man. He dropped a lot of I mean, you're right. I do agree with you on the fact that the vibe is different. This interview gave me, or this podcast gave me, more the Joe Rogan vibes than the Shannon Sharp vibes. Very different. They talked about a lot of interesting things, and I'm gonna cover a couple of these parts in the video of today, because I mean he said some things I was like, oh no, oh no. Let's play a couple of them.
Yeah. Have you ever faced that in your own life where people try to come at you for offers like that? Do you think that like stars and get offered that kind of thing, like to compromise themselves sexually for entertainment? Again, the things that we are discussing exist in each of the fields.
Right. Any field.
Right. Not entertainment exclusively, politics, religion, science, everywhere, right? Some of this is human nature, right? Because we listen and we don't judge.
Were there things that you didn't take in your career that you feel like were like are there things to look out for, do you feel like
there wasn't for me, because I knew I wasn't going to take it, but I did want to get offered.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And most of the stuff I wouldn't have believed until I had to get to a certain level to get to see the proof. You know what I mean? So I was as shocked as anybody about how powerful Harvey Weinstein was at the time that I was meeting with him, and how he could not be told no, that he get whatever he want. You follow what I'm saying?
they'll figure out some way.
Right. So I thought that didn't apply to me, because I don't care about nothing but bitches and good business, right? Yeah. And then he offered me 2 actresses like they was playing cards. Damn. And I was like, what?
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. And of course, he talked about Harvey Weinstein in Shay Shay's interview as well, last year's interview. And he was talking about how important it was for him to keep his whole virgin.
Well, that was with Diddy, right?
Well, I think it was with everything, because he was more explicit in Club Shay Shay when he was talking about what specifically Harvey Weinstein offered him. And so I think that the 5 of this interview was entirely different. So of course he did talk about certain things, but he didn't go in depth with the stories.
Well,
Hollywood, there's one thing I agree with him, but to a certain extent. It is true that you find effery in all sectors of society, but certain sectors it's worse than others.
It's more prevalent, yeah.
So I think it's very prevalent in religion. And why? Because the religion, what usually happens, and that's why all these Jim Joneses, not the rapper, the original, the cult leader, yeah. They have one leader that gets deified. So the person will see, the follower, the disciples will see this person, this pastor, this rabbi, this preacher, whatever, as almost a mythical figure. And there comes a balance, an imbalance of power, because the one thinks he's less than the other, and the other thinks he's more than the other. And so you have like a owner slave or savior victim relationship that gets created. So it happens very quickly in religion, but it also happens a lot in Hollywood. In any case, in the past, when there wasn't social media and you had to go through these gatekeepers, they had way more power and they could demand that you partake in something that you don't want to partake in order to get a role. And some people did take it because they wanted to get rich or famous or both so fast.
Yeah, I think I do agree with you on that. I think the in the media, or let's call it the entertainment business, there seems to be a higher percentage of deviants. People that are who are in seek of certain things, and this is it has I think it has to do with with a couple of factors, which you don't have in other sectors, uh, like media. You have the aspect where people can make money, a lot of money. People are willing to sacrifice everything to make money. So make money is their religion in a sense. And in that case, if you're willing to sacrifice everything to get money, to become rich, I mean, some people will be willing participants in certain acts in order to get ahead in life. You also have people that are the opposite on the other side, that know that it is happening and that they line themselves up in a good position to be able to um, use or misuse that power for um, their kink or whatever
Their benefit.
they benefit. Yeah. Um, whether usually it's a kink that's with that, and you get people that try to use others in order to get what they want, to play, have the power also. I do agree with you on that. It's you have it in every sector, but there is a accumulation of that within the media or the entertainment business. Let's call it the entertainment business.
Yes, there
Yeah.
is a concentration. It's a
Yeah.
concentration.
Higher concentration. Yeah.
It's more prevalent in media, but it also seems to be more prevalent in Hollywood as well.
Well, Hollywood is the highest, right? In the West. Don't forget that. Maybe I
Yeah,
don't know if or what is
they're the highest.
Hollywood.
They're the highest, and that's because they have unlimited supplies of the Betty
Of
Whites, of the greens. That's why they're the highest.
Yes.
The fentanyls, they have to be the highest in Hollywood because they are under influence all the time. And I think here a lot of people want to become famous more than they want to become rich, because, and one, they think famous equals rich, which is not the case. Second of all, I think they want people just to know who they are.
They want to be liked a lot of times as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I totally agree with you on that. And I mean that puts you in a position to be manipulated. And that's why a lot of times you hear these stories 10 years later that kids were used, abused. Not that I'm happy, because at the end of the day, it's the parents that need to take care of these kids, because if you know, I mean, you shouldn't be naive to the fact that these people are walking out there. Even though you might think right now it's a safe place, but they're still walking out there. It's just replacing of the guard. One goes in, other goes out. Maybe they are much better in covert right now than in covering what they're doing, because they know what the backlash can be. But hey, these type of people, and you can call them evil, you can call them whatever you want to, they are always there. So you have to be aware of that. I mean that it's in all society they're there, but I have to say in entertainment business, I don't think entertainment business, if you look in general, entertainment business is not some place for kids. It's not, because if you look, just look at how many kids actually made it out without obvious or clear mental problems.
Yeah. We have some examples of people who made it out, a lot of people who didn't come out. And then there's like the third categories. Yeah, so you have the ones that made it out, the ones that didn't make it out, and the third category is, of course, those that didn't make it out but did come out the closet. And that's a third category. I don't know why it's relevant. I just thought I have to say.
Yeah, that's a good question. That's a good question. Why was this relevant, Audrey? I have no idea why this is even relevant. But no, but made it out, I mean, sane. There's not
I
a
know
lot
what you
of
mean.
them.
I know what you mean.
Not a lot of them.
Screech. Remember Screech?
Oh man. He's
Rest
off
in
his
peace.
rocker.
Rest in peace. He passed away,
Did
right?
he?
A couple
Did
of years ago.
I'm not sure. But you have Colin McCalkin, who's been who had ups and downs after his years in the entertainment industry as a kid. I mean, you have Michael Jackson, didn't make it out sane. He passed away within that whole thing. I mean, it's a big list, and it's a shame. It's a shame that people get put into this position. But as a parent, you should be aware of this. And if you hear of the stories that happen at Nickelodeon as well, how parents were basically put in, let's say, a waiting room while the kids are in another room doing their thing. I understand that that's protocol, but come on, man, you can't be. If you know that these people are out there, you shouldn't separate from your kids in those situations, because people might coerce your kid or set them up in a sense.
Yeah.
Hindsight is 2020. But let's last clip for today. Let's see, which one do I want to cover? Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for this one. Wait a second. What was this again? What was this? Yes, I'm gonna go for this one. Fair use.
Yeah. But mine are, oh, that's fucking Mallard Luther King right there, bro. That thing dark as hell, dude. Sorry, bro. You gonna make a great black guy. Mallard Luther King. That could be his name. That is actually a beautiful name for a dog. For that duck specifically. It is. Mallard Luther the King. Yes. Do you think, some people think that guys like Martin Luther King were compromised by the CIA. Do you ever believe stuff like that? Well, this kind of goes back to, like, there's a lot of conspiracy theory stuff about that, you know? Somebody says it's a conspiracy, but that doesn't make it the case. Agreed. In both of these cases that we've had these conversations, we are talking about the FBI and the CIA. So what do you think they do? So maybe we're unclear about what we think these agencies do. So now the question becomes, hey, do you think they be doing their job? I do think they be doing their job. You mean all through history? Yes, I think they keep on doing their job. You think they get everybody? I think they get everybody.
Amen.
Like I said, it was a great show. What I like about Cat Williams is he has a very good sense of humor. Funny as what he said. It's what he is the motto, one of the mottos by which he lives by. And Theo Von is a legit funny person, but also a very weird person in the sense that I heard some comics talk about Theo Von on a podcast, and they were like, "Is he really like that in real life?" Yes, he is. Is he really? Yes. We don't know him otherwise. So it seems as though Theo is not even playing the character. He just is that guy apparently. And what I like a lot is that Cat Williams knew about him. He made some reference to jokes he's made in the past or things he's made in the past.
Yeah, about his basketball team, etc. Yeah.
Basketball team, about
the let's call it the closeted guy. That was crazy.
a lot of things. So that's
Talking about the closet.
yeah.
Oh man, that was crazy.
Gingerbread man. Was it a gingerbread man? No, not a gingerbread man. The statue, Cat Williams' statue, supposed
Yeah,
statue.
yeah, that was
So
funny. That
he
was
knows a
the
lot of
Mexican
things about
was-
him. So I really do think that he either did his homework or he genuinely follows Theo Von. And hey, it was great to see.
Yeah. With regards to the MLK stuff, I mean, he's right. These agencies do work. They put in the work, and hey, if it shows up in a report, you can either believe it or don't. You
That's the
cannot
thing,
believe
right?
a part. You cannot believe one part and say the other doesn't exist.
That's the thing, right? So
Something is going to show up with Trump going to reveal, open up all these cases. It's you cannot neglect the other stuff that was leaked before this.
yeah.
Either you believe nothing or you believe everything.
Yeah. And that's the thing, right? You have these psyops. I mean, that's what so when I get something, when I read something, I mean, it's like, do I believe it or I don't? And what I usually do is, and the conclusion that I reach is, hey, but we'll never know. And so that's very powerful. It's very powerful, KR, that a society has been created, societies all over the world that has been created where facts doesn't matter. And when you and what you need to know for certain, you won't know. You'll never know. And you know that certain shady things are going on, but you can't prove it.
Yeah.
And it could be that there are very crucial things, very like secretive things, or just secret things. It's not really like ultra secret, but it's just secret. It's not like spy or things of that nature, but nonetheless, if you live in a society where you can read newspapers and don't believe anything, then you don't really have something to hold on to.
Do you need to read the papers though?
I'm saying,
I know what you're trying to say, but
I'm saying if you don't, if there isn't an official source that you can trust, how can you trust those who are governing?
that's a talk for another day, I guess.
Yeah,
Thank
on
you.
another channel, on the paid version.
On the paid one. I mean, if we're gonna go deep, we might need a donation for that because
donations, gifts.
Let me shake my the
broadcast.
Donations.
Yes, guys. Crazy. Let's. I mean, we want to hear from you. We gotta hear from you. What do you think about Katt's latest revelations? Is he exposing Hollywood again? Is he showing a side that I mean, I don't think he's ever talked about being offered two actresses. I mean, a lot of people, and I want to say this, a lot of people would have buckled in that situation. It takes, I think, and I have to say this, RJ, and a lot of these podcasts talk about masculinity, but I think a lot of these they don't talk about this aspect of masculinity where a lot of these guys will do anything to in that situation to just go with the flow. It takes a lot of responsibility to not not accept that offer. And I mean, guys, let us know what you think.
Yeah.
Is it just Katt being Katt, or is he revealing more stuff? Is he going to reveal more stuff during this year? I don't know. Let us know in the comments. Drop your thoughts below, and we'll be picking the best comment to feature in one of our future videos. RJ.
Yes, we will be highlighting the best comments. So if you have a hot take, do not hesitate to let us know. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more updates. I want to thank you for watching, and let's keep the conversation going in the comments.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The next segment is the Your Thoughts segment, where we're going to discuss the comment of the week. And in this week's comment of the week, we're going to cover the comments that were placed on the fake freak-off tales of Diddy. Diddy lawyers claim video shown Cassie had fun and Tony Robbins rejected Diddy. And the highlight of the day will go to Monique Ferguson. Monique Ferguson said the following: let's be honest, Cassie is not that innocent. She was down with the play for 10 years and stayed down and enjoyed the perks too. She also dropped a couple of other comments. I mean, very good conversations with her. I mean, hey, I think we talked about this as well in other videos, right? And people didn't like that part when we said it. But hey, there is an aspect of truth to that, and that's the problem a lot of times with these situations. People, when they feel that they have lost, that's when they start suing. During the time where this was going on, I mean, for 10 years, she stayed down and got the perks for it. I think and I think that's one of the things also that were said during the back and forth with her. I mean, exchanging of information is not like a negative back and forth. Is that I mean, it is believed that she left that friendship relationship without money, and then she saw how much Lil Miami, Miss Miami, I don't know what's her name.
Young Miami, right?
Young Miami. Well, Lil Miami. She little. But she was probably saw how much she was getting, 200K a month or something. And she was like, hey man, what is this? Then she sued. I mean, it's a crazy thing, right? It's hard. It's hard
Yes.
to separate victims from victims from
Beneficiary.
yeah, not only people that are offering themselves up for situations for gain. RJ.
Yeah. What Cassie, if I was Diddy's lawyer, I would argue that Cassie's claims are unvalid. I mean, you can't compare yourself to Young Miami. And some people might say, yeah, but you can't do it because, are you going to say that it's just because the age? And no, it's not just because the age. There's a big difference. When he was dating Cassie was dating Diddy. Cassie dated Diddy for almost 10 years. Young Miami dated Brother Love. technically speaking,
I don't
technically
know what
speaking,
you're on. I don't know what you're on today, dude.
technically speaking, it's not the same person. I'm just saying.
So you're saying that Diddy was the one ruling with the iron hand, and Brother Love was giving love to everyone.
Yeah, that's what I'm. Yeah, so that's
Let
what
it
I
be
would say.
definitively.
I mean, that's what I would argue. I don't know if it would be I'm not saying it would be successful, KR, but I would at least try it.
Oh
In
man.
any case, now
I
we
don't
really
know,
want
I
to
don't know
thank
who's
you.
Diddy.
What's the comment of the commenter of the week's name? Of the week's name, yeah.
Monique Ferguson.
Monique, thank you so much for your feedback and your report as well. What I really like here is the fact that we're having like good people following us, good people engaging with us.
Yeah.
Also contributing, also sometimes holding our channel accountable as well, giving tips on how to improve. So hey, thank you for that. We really appreciate that.
Yep.
Trying to build a community where all of you feel at home, where we all can share our thoughts and opinions without just on a certain level, right? I'm not saying this is a safe space, but because there are also bots and people trying to get you to
Oh, there is the bot. But then we gotta talk about it on Thursday show. Bro.
go. So we're gonna talk about it later on. Yo, make sure you check out the
Oh,
Thursday show.
Oh, man.
I'll leave it for the Thursday show.
Go
But
multi-bot.
yeah, in any case, that's it. Thank you, Monique. Really appreciate your support.
Yeah, shout out to Monique. See you. I hope we can see you more often with comments. I mean, it's very insightful, and like I said, like the people that are adding value to the channel and adding their 2 cents. Let's go to Around the Internet, the final segment of today. Today, we're gonna start with the female rapper sues Lyft for refusal of adding her enter. Fair use.
Telling me I'm too busy getting your car.
Deja Blandings recorded it all. Her Lyft driver pulling up only.
Oh man, give me a second. Yeah, let me see if I can find another one.
So did she get blocked because she's a rapper? I mean, did they diss the driver, or does the driver have a no rapper policy?
Let's continue.
Turn her down.
I was too big, and his
Never
tires,
mind.
something about his tires. I asked him, what do I have to do with your tires?
This happened January 18th. The 29-year-old Detroiter was headed to a Lions watch party, only she never got there.
So you telling me I can't get in the Lyft because I can't fit in your car?
Yeah, you need to order a bigger car.
What makes you think I can't fit in the car?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
The driver told her she needed to request an XL car.
I was embarrassed, and I felt some type of way about it, you know.
She's hired a lawyer and is suing Lyft.
Well, from a legal standpoint, it seems like obvious discrimination. The Elliott-Larsen Act, which is Michigan's Civil Rights Act, specifically protects people from weight discrimination. And the driver here turned down her ride because of her weight.
Deja says this experience has scarred her.
I haven't really left my house since that.
She hopes this lawsuit will change how people treat others of all sizes.
Didn't have to pay for extra for a Uber XL.
While Lyft does not comment on pending litigation, they did send us this statement saying, quote, Lyft unequivocally condemns all forms of discrimination. We believe in a community where everyone is treated with equal respect and mutual kindness. Our community guidelines and terms of service explicitly prohibit harassment or discrimination. Reporting in Detroit, Jacqueline Francis, Local 4.
Yeah. So the question is it discrimination?
The question
When
is,
you're
would this is her performing?
KR. Okay. Yeah. Can you play the first part again?
Which one? This part?
No, the first one, the dancing part.
The dancing part. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, KR. KR, I want you to play it again. Wait, I want you to play it again. But just imagine her doing that in your car. Go. Never mind.
There's a discrimination if you're making sure that your car suspension is not.
That's what I'm saying. So, okay, so of course, from the legal point of view, KR, you have to. I mean, it's the driver that would need to prove that. Well, I don't know. I don't know. Has the burden of proof actually, but at least the driver has it has to have a good reason, right? And is it because the tires were not the tires weren't fully filled? Uh-huh. Is it because he didn't put the wind? KR, I'm talking to you, man. KR, I'm talking to you, man. Is it because he forgot to change the winter tires and he was afraid that the car would slip? I mean, but
Or maybe he was afraid that when he pressed on the, RJ, they always say the bigger the size of a object, the slower it is to move around, to
yes,
stop and accelerate. So
yes.
he might have thought my brakes are not optimal right now. if I add this amount of pounds in my car, if I need to brake for a red light, this might be my last night.
But what I'm saying is the following. Just like on an elevator, it has a maximum amount of weight. Just like that it can take. Yeah, yeah, I'm serious. Just like when you're driving on, when you're driving on the road, there are certain signs that say, if the truck shouldn't be, if you're gonna drive below a bridge, there's like a height max. So it's, you can make a distinction, but you need to have like reasonable grounds. Now, does the driver? I mean, the driver needs to. I'm laughing because but the driver needs to be able to explain that it wasn't discrimination. That there was really a cause for concern. Because then if he doesn't know, I mean, it's not like, yeah, he has to be able to do something. Was he afraid that he would not be able to reach the stick?
He was afraid for his life. If he has to press brake, that she'll be rolling up in the car.
I'm just saying it's
crazy.
But you can't just say someone is. You get. I mean, simply working for a Lyft. If Lyft, because remember this as well, it's not like an independent person working. The driver is working for Lyft.
Well, it's independent, right? You're
Yeah,
like
but
Uber.
yeah, but as a driver, you do sign. So when you want to work for Lyft, of course, it's for yourself, but the payment goes through Lyft and you get paid a commission. But what I'm saying is, KR, what I'm saying is that if you agree to sign to work under Lyft, you need to adhere to Lyft's rules. And so if Lyft has rules for anti-discrimination rules, you need to okay. You need to adhere to it. Yeah.
Everyone who steps in the car to step on a.
You can't do that. You can't make people step on a skill. Unless you have like a very reasonable, unless you're going, for example, over a bridge and the bridge says each car has to weigh up to a certain amount of weight. But you need to have like valid reasons, KR. You can't just simply say so you're too overweight, you can't step in the car.
He said it. You don't fit in my car.
But let her at least try to sit.
Why? If she's stuck, who's gonna get her out?
I'm saying because he didn't do it now, he has a problem because he needs to prove it.
Okay, let's drive the car in the courtroom, have her sit the whole time in that car and see if she doesn't suffocate.
I mean, we'll never know, KR, because this is the problem. The problem is it happened. Yeah, I don't want to talk about this anymore. It's done. It's done. It's
Just
done.
if she suffocates in the car, then it's my fault.
Yeah.
Crazy, man. Crazy. Guys, let us know in the comments what you think about this. Is he in his right to refuse her any right? Or is he wrong for refusing her that right? Let's go to the next one. We talked about the last wheel, the healthcare worker who was
Dancing on people, yeah. On her patient, dancing on her patients.
Yeah. On top of his topic. Oh. Let me, guys, if you remember, she was dancing on top, and he wasn't the only one. She's dancing all on top of everyone. Crazy. She was arrested. On the right, you can see a picture. I don't know what the heck she has mold on top of her head. That's crazy, man. Ajay.
I think, KR, the closest story we ever covered to this one. That's the. Let me see if I can get the name for you. Linda de Sousa Abreu of England.
Well,
the difference is that she was sleeping with people. She was sleeping with inmates.
Yeah.
While being a correctional officer. But that's also doing something. I don't think this lady is. I don't want to call her a lady. I don't think this woman is sleeping with the patients, but it's highly unethical to do it and record it. And people will do anything to because I think they heard us saying here on the Double Touch show that you don't need gatekeepers anymore, and they're like, well, then I'll just create my own road.
I'm gonna crash out on my own.
Yeah,
man. Hey, by the way, make sure you don't get mold on your head because of the wig you're wearing. This is crazy, yo. Ugh. What? What do you want me to say, RJ? It looks crazy. Look at this. You think this is okay? Bro, what the heck is this?
Know, maybe she has alopecia.
That's not her own. That's not her scalp. That's definitely not her head. Anyway,
I thought she had alopecia.
Wishing her all the best. If she has alopecia, wishing her all the best. I hope she gets the care she needs when she's in prison. She's probably gonna do some time, or maybe not. Who knows? They'll give everyone time these days. If you protest, you get time. If you do nothing, you get time. Anyway,
depending on where you protest and on whose side you on.
And whose side you on? Yeah. Make sure when you
life or death.
Make sure when you protest is almost the time of whoever you're protesting for, so they can pardon you.
Yeah.
Don't protest when someone else is in power, because then you're screwed.
Yeah, if you're a liberal right now and you want to protest,
don't do it.
At the start of the 4 years, it's going to be a long administration. You need to protest at the end.
Just like the J6 people. They protested 4 years. They were locked up. Until, oh man, if Trump didn't came back, they would have sat there in jail. Hey man, crazy. Talking about jail and prison. Drug kingpin arrested because of wife's IG. Fair use.
A highly sought-after drug kingpin was captured when officials tracked his wife's social media account and pinpointed his location during their lavish European vacation. Luis Manuel Picado Grijalba, 43, was arrested at a London airport in December after he was accused of shipping cocaine from Limon, Costa Rica to the U.S., Nicaragua's La Prensa reported. Grijalba, who goes by his alias Shock, was wanted by the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration for several months for his alleged involvement in international drug trafficking, said Randall Zuniga, the director of Costa Rica's Judicial Investigation Department, OIJ. The alleged kingpin, who rarely traveled with his 32-year-old wife, reportedly purchased $20,000 worth of plane tickets to fly his wife and family to Europe. Grijalba, who is a naturalized Costa Rican citizen, met his wife in Paris and had planned to ring in the new year with his family in England before his arrest. To document the vacation, Grijalba's wife, Estefania McDonald Rodriguez, made several posts to a now-deleted Instagram account during her European travels, according to The Sun. One post captured the couple posing underneath the Eiffel Tower in Paris. Zuniga said that Rodriguez frequently traveled abroad and posted about her adventures across her social media platforms, the outlet added. She boasted about her vacations on sunny beaches, where she was spotted holding 2 parrots, and in Rome where she sat in front of the famed Trevi fountain.
Fontana di Trevi.
The fats were watching. They were enjoying the view. I'm pretty sure if that guy who was in the car taking that coffee would also enjoy the view. But RJ,
Keep your private life private, KaiR.
definitely if your husband is a kingpin.
Keep your private life private. But it's this need to share everything so that you feel better about yourself is what gets people got. Some people lost their lives over social media, sharing their location, live location. I mean, hey, it is what it is. But these people were doing illegal things anyway. Because I mean, if they weren't, then this wouldn't have been a problem. But
Yeah, I think one of my mentors once said the most important thing you ever do is choose your wife. And when your wife and you have kids, when you have wife and you have a wife and you have kids, they need to understand who you are and in what kind of situation you are. If you're a black man, for example, in a CEO position, your kids cannot be walking around doing F shit. Wife neither. Same goes for this one. If you know if your boyfriend or your husband is in a certain sector, you shouldn't be out here broadcasting what you are. It doesn't take or if you do it, RJ, and this is the thing a lot of times, people want to do it live. If you do it always afterwards, not in real time.
that's what I was about to say. When you're back, share it. No one knows. Because never mind that, KaiR. I'll tell you a very quick story. So I don't know if you have one more story you want to cover or no, but
No more stories. This is the last one.
well, let's just a very quick story. I know this person, and this was like I want to say 2010, 11.
Long time ago.
Long time ago. Ages, yeah. Well, calm down. And so this person bought a tablet. an iPad, the first iPad or one of the earlier version of the iPad. I don't know when the iPad came out, but one of the earlier version.
Mm.
It wasn't the first one, I think, but she was saying, "Oh, look at me! My boyfriend got me this iPad. My boyfriend I mean, during that time we were all students, right? My boyfriend called me, bought me this iPad. I'm so happy with my iPad." And she was recording it and putting it on Facebook during the time, because of course Instagram wasn't popular like it is today.
Yep.
And so, "Oh, look at me! I'm enjoying my iPad. I'm enjoying my iPad. Oh, I have to go on a vacation. Ah, it's a shame I can't take my iPad." I kid you not, KR. I kid you not. She was on her way to the airport where she realized she forgot something. Turned back. Someone already broke into her dorm. No, in her apartment. She wasn't staying at a dorm. Broke and stole the iPad.
Oh, Jesus.
They
The
didn't
only
even
thing
wait.
they stole. Is that the only thing they stole?
I don't know if that was the only thing they stole, but that's what they went for.
Amen. Yeah, you have to be very careful what you share, man. You have to be very careful. I think there's something a lot of times people are not aware. I'm talking about if you're talking about breaking into people's homes. A lot of times it's people you know directly or indirectly when you're on vacation, because they either see your um your videos or your pictures when you're on vacation, your stories. That's why a lot of times if I'm on vacation, when I'm on vacation, I never post things real time, because hey man, you're going to alert the wrong people if they
You
know
are.
your address. First of all, a lot of times people give the address to everyone. Everyone knows where you live. That's the first thing. I think the best response to this is I heard was what's the rapper's name again? Oh man. Uh from LA, where he said he was being interviewed and he said, why do my friends need to know where I live? So they
Yeah,
all
yeah.
the
I know what you
girlfriend.
mean. I know what you mean.
That his name. I was just listening to his an album of him yesterday or 2 days ago. Oh man. Let me see real quick. Should be here. Oh, is it here? Should be here. Let me see real quick. Oh, it's on another. It's on another page. Anyway, he basically said, why do even the girlfriend, if she breaks up, now she knows where you live, and now she can get her people to come and rob you. Hey man, sometimes you gotta live like that. If you want to share everything, people should know where you live, or it should be a bunker. Anyway,
Yeah, I agree.
anything else?
Nothing else from my end. Nothing else from my end. No.
Anyway, guys, in that case, thank you for watching. If you have anything to share, let us know in the comments what you think about these three situations. Would you let your girlfriend share all the post, everything where you are if you were a drug kingpin? Or are you going to tell her to shut it up and don't share? Hey man, she's also a hottie, so she's gotta show off to her other girlfriends. It is what it is. Sometimes you get got. Mistakes can cost you a lot. RJ, you're on mute.
Yeah. Vince Staples, I think his name.
Vince, yes, it was Vince.
I was
Shout out
looking for him. Yes.
You had to go on mute in order to find out that it was Vince, I guess.
What I did was by accident, I opened this on YouTube, and so the sound started playing, and instead of pressing mute, I
You press solo.
no, I pressed. So I saw a mic on YouTube, so I pressed it because I wanted to mute it, but the mic is so I can like give like an audio instruction. And so because it opened on YouTube, it apparently blocked me. But in any case, I found him, Vince Staples, and you didn't. So that's what matters.
What matters is that your voice can be heard. Because Vince Staples, we know his voice can be heard.
Yeah. In any case, no. I mean, it's clear. So you want me to close the show, right?
Unless you have anything else to add.
Well, I only wanted to add Vince Staples. So with that being said, thanks for watching. Guys, thank you if you're still here with us. Whatever your thoughts are, let it be known. Rate the show by pressing the like button. Follow us on our other socials. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification icon so you stay up to date when we drop new videos. It's been a pleasure to serve you all once more. We're almost at monetization, guys. So please, now more than ever, give us your engagement. Subscribe if you haven't done so. And we'll see each other in the next one. And until next time.
Peace.